Welcome back, Revenants, to Code Vein. Previously, we rescued Eva from frenzying, and Jack told us exactly what Mido is planning. Naturally, reviving the lady who nearly slaughtered the whole world would be bad. So thankfully, we're a bad enough dude to stop him. Teleporting back to the arena where we fought Eva in, and we'll even bring her along for this one. Just walk right on up to the missile and get in there. Jesus, that's a lot of spikes. Welcome to the Crypt Spire. While this does resemble the Cathedral of Sacred Blood, fear not, it's not nearly as labyrinthine. It's just a big old spiral all the way to the top.
This is where the fortress should be. I don't sense anyone around. Be careful. I guess this makes us intruders, doesn't it?
Looks like Mido's already done his work.
One of Mido's toadies. We're going through.
Mido's toady is a enemy type that we fought before, in the Cathedral and in the Storm Drains. Seems like this guy has been shadowing us for a while. Fight your way up the stairs, and once you reach this big open area, stick to the outside and carefully pick off the surrounding lost before you fight the big boy. Be warned, the Crypt Spire is one massive exercise in attrition. There are only 2 checkpoint missiles in the whole area. One at the start, and one at the end.
Deal with the lever after.
Again, stick close to the perimeter of these arenas to draw enemies off one by one. Be careful when you reach this tower with the big C-shaped platform. There's a toady armed with a gun, a big guy, and a shield and spear lost. Try to draw the spear guy into the doorway and let your partner aggro the big guy so you can deal with the shooty mans uncontested. When you reach the split in the path, take a left to fight a greatsword toady, followed by a sword and shield toady right after. Your reward is a regen extension factor. There's only one more of these left in the whole game. Go back to the right and repeat the same trick as before. Stick to the edge of the arena to draw out the lizard men without attracting the big guy's attention. The lever here will open this door, but there's also another path out to the right with the ladder up.
What's this?
This will get you the Warrior blood code.
Alright, are you ready, squad?
The Warrior is a strength-based code with gifts favouring survival. Improved regeneration improves your regeneration, roughly to the same amount as one extra activation factor. Perfect Balance increases your resistance to stagger for 1 strike, and Feral Tenacity is another second chance style gift, similar to Firm Stand in the Atlas code, except this one is not exclusive to Atlas. Also, for reaching the Crypt Spire we can return to base to talk with Rin and get her code as well.
It's totally up to you, but I was hoping you'd give my strength a try. You've done nothing but help me, so I want to return the favor in whatever way I can. So, don't be shy. Go on and take my blood code.
Hephaestus is a lightweight code that favours the just don't get hit school of combat. Vanishing Hollow lets you mist dash for a short distance. Countermeasure causes you to fire a retaliation shot whenever you dodge an enemy attack for a short time. Evasive Snare does the same, but it's passive and not limited by time, though it does cost Ichor per use. Dancing Blaze fires a bouncing bullet that can strike an enemy multiple times. Avarice boosts the amount of Ichor gained from drain attacks. Flames of Rage places a flame trap at your feet. And finally, Swift Destruction boosts your attack damage based on your weight class. The lighter you are, the more damage you get. Alright, back to it. Through the door we've just opened, there is another sealed door. Safe to say, that's progress.
Maybe we should check out the whole area.
Excellent idea, Eva. Down the stairs to the right and you'll find another Sword and Shield toady guarding another depths map.
Let's give Davis the map of the depths.
And at the top of the nearby ladder is some camo consumables. Yay. Alright, back through that door, there's a big arena with... Shit, this guy's still alive!
I see. I barely managed to avoid losing myself there. Bastard. Why would he attack members of the government like us? It's like he enjoyed hearing our screams, as one by one, we joined the ranks of the West. Wait, I think I hear something.
Quick, defend yourself!
You've got some skills. You pulled me out of the jaws of death. I owe you. But we're not in the clear yet. I'm worried about the guards at the gate on the top floor of this tower. It's safe to say Mido will attack them, just like he attacked us. That gate is the only way to get to the provisional government after all. We can't let Mido get any closer to Silver. It's shameful. I got hurt in the last fight and won't be of any more use. I'm sorry to ask. Can you do something for me? Keeping Mido out is our highest priority right now. So leave me here. Go help the people standing guard on the top floor.
Lyle will be fine here. We just need to get to the top. Through the door and across the open area and down the spiral staircase in the small tower will take you all the way back to the shortcut ladder that we saw back at the start of the area. You will probably need a rest after that ambush. Once you've done that, keep taking the path upwards and onwards. Mind the first big room with the donut-shaped hallway. There's two of these big brutes that patrol, so act fast so you can take one down before the other one shows up. Once you've got them down, your reward is another door lever and the Silver Garb armor set. This is one of the heftiest physical armor sets. Its only downside is poor lightning resist, high weight, and poor dark gift power. This is the set we'll be wearing for basically the rest of the game now. Right after this room is a big fight. You do not want this many lost mobbing you all at the same time as a toady, so use your projectiles. Plasma Roar is especially strong against these basic guns. Once you've done that, the bloodstained key will open the door at the top of the stairs. Another optional pass to the left will bring us down a very sudden ambush of lizard men. If you've got AoE prepared, use it. But the reward is well worth it. The missile route is a free, unlimited return to missile with 0 downsides and 0 cost. When you reach this split, take a right and break open these boxes for the warrior vestige. It worries me how many of these levers are on the approach side of the doors. More like it's meant to keep something in than out. A triple threat battle against 3 toadies, 1 halberdier, 2 gunners. Thankfully, their aggro range is very shallow, so if you use your projectiles smartly, you can engage the gunners one at a time. The elevator will take you to an outdoors platform with a rotten missile, a vestige, and a shortcut ladder back to near where Lyle was.
I guess this was made to keep people out.
There's not far left now. The big door over there is our final destination. Take a right and slap the toady. Oh god damn it, dual shot 4 battery! Ahem. Slap the toady for some more upgrade material. Trust me, you're going to need it. Rush past the sword and shield guy to flatten the gunners first. Then out onto the balcony and fight one more big boy for the Argent Wolf key. The final Hephaestus vestige is just in the corner here, guarded by a few toadies and lizard men. Up the final ladder, across this last walkway. Ignore the elevator for now, as there's a bunch of treasure among the clutter behind the back.
You're observant. That's pretty rare. This is a This place feels different. Let's get going.
Mido!
You know I'd love to stay and greet you properly. But I'm afraid I'm on a tight schedule. And how were they? The humble hors d'oeuvres that I so generously prepared for you.
All of the lost here. They were your experiments?
You're insane.
Ah, the main course has just arrived. Bon appetit.
Right, dinner's served. The Blade Bearer and Cannoneer, answering the age-old question of what if Ornstein and Smo sucked? Leave the Cannoneer alone for now. Despite his size, he's actually the lesser threat. He'll stay back and throw projectiles every now and then. The only time you need to worry is if you see these flames gathering on the floor. The absolute prick can cast that on both members of your party, regardless of line of sight or who he's aggroed onto at the time. Instead, keep your focus on the Blade Bearer. For most of the fight, she will just not sit still, constantly side-dashing every chance she gets. Her two key attacks are her 3-hit combo, which you can dodge if you time it right, and parry if you're feeling brave, and her Ice Sweep. The Ice Sweep will create a series of icicles in a fan, which, if you're in melee range, the sword will knock you back into the ice for a double whammy. Your best bet is to dodge forward towards her at an angle to try and get behind. She also has a Stinger lunge that she will do if you get too far away. However, once she starts doing the pose, she's locked into a roughly 30-degree cone where she can actually do the attack. So while she's winding up, you can quickly run into the side and give her a few smacks for her hubris. She may also cast these ice pillars. Their initial appearance doesn't do any damage, but they will explode after a few seconds for massive AoE pain. My suggestion is to take a weapon with high stagger and add the stun or slow transformations. This will get her to stay still long enough for you actually to get some decent hits in. Venom will also help, as she will keep taking damage while she's dancing around. During all of this, the Cannoneer will be taking pot shots at you. Like I said though, just pay attention to when you see the embers on the floor and dodge after about a second or two. So long as your co-op partner holds the Cannoneer's aggro, you won't need to worry about their other attacks, but maybe stick close to the pillars just in case. Once the Blade Bearer is down, the Cannoneer will fold like cheap laundry. He only has 2 melee attacks and 1 AoE blast. So long as you pay attention as to not get flamethrowed in the face, he's basically zero threat without his girl. Victory earns us 2 new weapons, the Iceblood Rapier and the Burning Disaster Flamethrower. But we're not quite done yet. Mido himself is just up these stairs.
Stop right there, Mido.
Your persistence is tiring.
So tell me, just what exactly are you after anyway? What do you have to gain in reviving the Queen?
Reviving the Queen?
What's so damn funny?
I've collected enough data already. I have no more use for the Queen.
Then why?
Let me ask you something. Do you ever sit back and wonder why you were created in the first place? Or why revenants have power far beyond that of mere humans?
That's simple. Everyone knows it was to stop the Queen when she frenzied.
Aren't you forgetting something? The day of the Great Collapse? The creatures that caused all that ruin. Both Revenants and the Queen were created to eliminate those horrors. And yet, they are all still incomplete. I wanted to witness Gregorio's monstrous transformation with my own eyes, but sadly it cannot be. Now, allow me to show you the truth of our world. The cage is unlocked.
Red mist is fading? go out. We can leave! Yes! We're free! We can finally escape this horrible prison! We've been here so long! Ah! What the hell? Damn it, what's going on? What is that thing? No, please! Someone help! Please help me! I'm still alive?
The mist isn't fading. All those relics, and yet somehow he still resists. Stubborn fool! I'll finish you with my own hands! How can you still not understand? You all saw them too! The world outside is overrun with creatures that devour everything in their path. They will be the source of even greater strength for all revenants. Evolution is everything. It is our duty, our very hope as a species. Gregorio didn't see that, the blind fool. So he created the red mist as a cage and sealed away all his research. He was satisfied with merely eliminating the feeble horrors within his pen, and thus foolishly halted the march of progress. But the horrors outside continued to evolve, until finally they transcended revenants and became an existential threat. You fools noticed nothing! Our prison of red mist became a barricade, protecting revenants from the horrors that awaited them beyond its borders. All this time you were being shielded by Gregorio from reaching your true potential. The hypocrisy turns my stomach. But now the time has finally come for us to leave the cradle. Let us all rise and ascend the ladder of evolution together!
You bastard. After all you've done, just how many more lives are you willing to sacrifice?
Enough, Mido! We won't let you do this!
A pity. Those who are too weak to keep up with the speed of progress do not deserve to live.
What swill?
We will stop you. After all they've done for everyone. The successors will not have suffered in vain.
We can't let ourselves going.
Juzo Mido is probably the closest we've had in this game to fighting on equal footing with another Revenant. He will attack you with mostly blood damage and the inhibit status, so pack resistances to both if you've got them. His main 3-hit combo involves 2 slow swipes of his sword, followed by a double hit spin. He He also has a 3-hit magic combo, where he'll launch this slow-moving orb and then do 2 waves with his sword. He also has a 2-hit heavy combo where he will claw at you and then spin. In Phase 2 he gets really mean. Now all of his sword attacks deal inhibit, and he gains a new spell that puts these orbiting spheres around you. After a few seconds the orbs will converge and then explode. You cannot guard against this, but you can use the dodge iframes to avoid them. The trouble is that he'll keep attacking the whole time. The trick is to just not panic. If you're on the back foot, you'll be in trouble, so remember to breathe and pay attention. Don't bother with elemental damage at all, especially not blood. During Phase 1 he has a 40% resistance to elemental, 70% to blood, and during Phase 2 it goes up to a whopping 70% elemental, 90% blood. So bring as much physical raw damage as you can muster, and remember that removing transformations from a weapon only costs haze.
Judging by the state of the red mist, I'd guess that Silva is in a lull at the moment. Still, he has to be on the brink of frenzy.
That means it's only a matter of time.
Is there a way we can prevent it?
Are you sure? Physically, it is possible. You might be able to take on Silva's relic. But if you do, it will mean taking on Silva's mission as well, and that will not be an easy burden to bear.
Our world cannot survive without the power of the red mist. And that means you would have to sit on that throne forever. Are you truly prepared to accept that fate?
Remember, you're not alone. I may not be able to help you in any tangible way, but at the very least, I'm willing to accompany you on the journey.
You got a big burden to carry there. Good thing I'm around to help lift it.
We're friends. We'll fight together.
So, guess what genius forgot to show off the Judgment Edge weapon because he was so stressed after fighting the fucking Blade Bearer for 3 hours? Oops. Unfortunately, it's just not worth showing off, because it's just the same moveset as the Great Katana.
Maybe we should check out
And according to the wiki, it's also bugged, so it only does 80% of its stated on-paper damage. Either way, that's all from me for now. I will see you next week for the grand finale. Good night, and much love.